All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of WAKO Kickboxing Talks. Today, we are very lucky, myself and Angelina, we are joined by Alexandre Berrie from Thailand, who has recently come back from Portugal at the last WAKO World Championships, and he became the world champion in the kick light division, minus 57 kilos. So we're very honored to have him here. Alexander, thank you for coming on, mate.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a big pleasure and honor. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, right into it. First and foremost, we just want to know a little bit about your background and everything, how you got started with the martial arts. What was your original style as well? Because I know from our previous conversations, you told me you did something before you did kickboxing. So it'd
Yes.
be interesting to know what kind of styles that you did before.
Okay. So everything started when I was 3 years old. I started with WTF Taekwondo for pretty much my whole life until I was about age of 16. So just only Taekwondo competing. And then I switched to Jiu-Jitsu because I wanted to try something new, a new style of fighting. And in the Jiu-Jitsu, we had full contact Jiu-Jitsu, which is pretty much kick, punch, takedowns, and all this and that. I got a chance to meet my, well, I would say my master, Ajahn, who introduced me to kickboxing when I was, I would say, a year ago. It's been just about a year ago from today. So
Wow.
it's been very recent that I've been in the world of kickboxing and WAKO. So yes, that's about, yeah.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
And
It's a
yeah,
very short period
how
of
old
time.
are you now? How old are you now?
I'm 21. I'm about to turn 22.
Wow.
First of
Yeah.
April.
Yeah. So you've been training less than 1 year and you won the world boxing. That's pretty
Yes,
incredible.
it was
That's
a
incredible.
big surprise for everyone, even myself, because I went from only kicking to full on
Yeah.
kick, punch, and leg kicking, which is lots of new things for me. But
Yeah.
I've stick to the training, stick to the planning, and just did what I had to do.
Yeah.
That's an
Definitely.
incredible success. Yeah. How often do you train?
We train 5 to 6 days a week. About we train from Monday to Saturday. So when we about to compete, but usually from Monday to Friday, we train between 2 to 4 hours per day, depending with running and the program that we get.
So are you still actively doing WTF now or are you just kickboxing?
I only coach now. I'm a coach, so I take care only of the coaching for WTF. I don't compete anymore.
Okay. Okay. So for competitions, just kickboxing now or still a little bit of jiu-jitsu or is there anything
When
there?
I still practice jujitsu on the side, just in case
Okay.
if I'm interested on competing again. But so far, I want to focus all my energy and focus on solely just kickboxing.
Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, so obviously you told us a little bit about your training and stuff, but what do you do outside of training where maybe do you study or do you work or do you have anything that you do in your spare time that's not training
Apart
or are you
from
just always in the gym?
apart from training, I also teach taekwondo to kids.
Nice.
I have about 6 schools in my city,
Oh
about
wow, brilliant.
400, 500 students that
That's
me
amazing.
Amazing.
and my family, we teach. There's me, my twin brother, and my parents, and we just teach taekwondo to kids from morning to afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's
So yeah,
amazing.
That's
I just
living the
go
life, mate. Yeah,
between training and teaching.
Mm.
yeah,
That's
nice.
How do you like kickboxing in comparison to these others martial arts that you've done?
oh, right now I'm loving kickboxing. Kickboxing is it's a new style of fighting, and I feel like it sets with me perfectly the way to get point and the way to move around because I can still use my taekwondo skills that I've learned throughout all these years, adding that with some boxing skills that I've learned recently, and it's been a enjoyable journey so far.
Yeah, the question that I have was obviously the way that we first met was from the international seminar in Bangkok. Well,
Yes.
me, Mr. Barada, Mr. Baker, Mr. Pavic, and Mr. Lund came over to do, which was amazing. We had a great time there. Oh, and Mr. Aikin, sorry, Daimi, I've missed you out there. But yeah, so we came over to do a seminar, and you were there, and you were one of the people that like really impressed us because when we first got there, we were expecting everybody to be actively training, and not everyone had gotten the message. So most people had pens and paper and things like that and were ready to take notes, whereas we were ready to give a physical seminar. And but anyway, we tried to encourage as many people as we could to come up and do some training. And you were the first person that said, "Yeah, I want to come up and do some training."
Mhm.
And that was brilliant. It said so much about your attitude straight away that you didn't have any gear with you. You didn't really come prepared, but the minute that we said to you, "Let's go, let's train," you were the first one on the mats. So that was really nice to see. And then when you were there, I remember speaking with Thomas as well. He said how good you were, and you taken to it so quickly. I mean, that seminar was in September, and you competed in the World Championships in November and won, which is like unbelievable, So huge congratulations for that. I mean, that's just amazing. Um, but yeah, we could see that you were very talented before, and that you had such a great kicking ability as well, which obviously came from your
Oh,
WWF background. Um, but how did you find competing in the World Championships for the first time? I mean, was it as hard as what you expected? Was it, were you always planning on doing kick light, or was there a different discipline maybe that you were going to try? Or talk to me a little bit about like
oh.
the preparation for the World Championships and the actual championships themselves.
So it's how do we say this? I was just training to just keep my body in shape, and we were noticed about 2 weeks before the World Championship that we were going to compete. So before that, we had no intention to compete at all. We were
Wow.
just kind of
Oh,
training to
wow.
stay in shape, making sure this is why we always train, just to be sure we're always ready for this kind of
Yeah.
scenarios.
Yeah.
And we had a 2 weeks head up that like noticed that we were going to compete in World Championship. And they wanted me to do only kick light at first, just to be sure, because we don't know how other people from Europe fight. We had some experience in how Asia people fight, but in Europe we had zero experience in Thailand that how people in Europe fight. But I still want to try to do kick light and light contact.
Mhm.
Sadly, I did not manage to succeed in light contact this year, but and it's okay. I'm still training because I still want to be able to get hopefully one day a gold medal in both discipline.
Yeah.
But it is it's been a surprise. It's mostly a surprise. We didn't prepare mentally for it, so it was very stressful for me to suddenly they just I had a call like, you have 2 weeks to get ready, be prepared, start training. I'm like, I'm gonna do my best, and
Yeah.
luckily it all worked out.
Yeah,
But
not
I
luckily,
but
not
thank
luckily, not lucky. You made it happen. Yeah, you made no such
Definitely.
thing. No such thing as luck. You made it happen. Well done. I mean, to do that on 2 weeks' notice is even more impressive.
It's
That
amazing.
yeah, the fast turnaround like that. Some people go their whole competitive lives not winning a world title. So for you to do it within a year of training and 2 weeks' notice is unbelievable.
I gotta say,
Unheard of, unheard of. I don't think anyone ever done that before. So
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, yeah, and also obviously with winning the world championships, I believe that you are the first Thai WAKO World Champion. Is that correct?
yes, I'm the
Yeah,
first.
you're the first one. How does that feel?
It was a big achievement for Thailand
Yeah,
because I mean Thailand we've been trying, we've been doing it for Thailand has been doing kickboxing for about 3 years, roughly 3 years. And the fact that with a 2 week notice, I still managed to come home with a gold medal and a trophy for Thailand, it was a big achievement for us.
Yeah, and it's so good to have the Thai Federation now involved with WAKO, you know, because obviously as a country, as a nation, Thailand is so strong as a combat sport nation. You know, they're probably the biggest and the best, the most well-known nation for fighting, you know. So to have you guys now involved with WAKO, I think it was like we're just so happy that, you know, we went there, you know, and we sort of gave you guys the platform to come over. That's what we wanted. You know, we wanted to go there. We wanted you guys to say, "I want to do the WAKO World Championships. I want to go here. I want to go there and compete in WAKO events." And we're just really glad that you guys did come over. And yeah, just thrilled that now Thailand are going to be a part of WAKO in the future. And it's amazing that everything you did, mate, is absolutely incredible. Huge congratulations, honestly.
Thank you so much.
For sure. Congratulations again. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
So-
remember I was watching you fight in finals. I think was it an Italian boy in
Yes.
the finals,
Tally.
and it was a really good fight. It was a really, you know, 1 minute you were winning, 1 minute he was winning, then it was back and forth. Like it was so exciting. But I was watching from the stands and I was cheering you on all the way, mate. I was like, "Come on, you got to be the first one. You have to be the first one from Thailand and be incredible." Yeah. So you know, really, you made history. You made history. So big congratulations.
That's a huge thing. Yeah. Was there anything that
Which has been
surprised you about the WAKO Worlds?
and you mean in terms of tournament?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's like I said earlier, is the fighting style is very different from what I've seen in kickboxing that I've fought in Asia. Is that people play very differently. So we had to adapt very quickly on how to compete and have a chance of winning. So that was our main concern. But then after figuring out how to kind of win and fight, it's been hard, but I'm just glad that I've managed. Not just me, my whole team. We managed to come up with a plan to hopefully manage to win. So it's been hard. Yeah, that's the word I want to use.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been a
but
very special.
yeah, you wouldn't want it easy, you know, and to do what you've done certainly isn't easy. So, you know, it's a big achievement. But one of the things I wanted to ask that I was curious about, obviously, you said there about adapting to the different opponents because you weren't sure how people would fight in Europe. How do people fight in Asia? What's the style really in Asia that you've come across?
The first the first thing we noticed is that in Europe they use a lot of legs, a lot more legs than they were to use in Asia. Asia is more kind of like you kick punch, similar to, I would say, for me, some Thai Muay Thai style where you just stand, kick, punch. But then we came to Europe and we've noticed that a lot of them first of all, they're a lot taller than us in Asia. We people in Europe are, especially the people like Italian, they were very tall, and the way they were just kind of using their legs to just, I don't know the term, chop kick and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
axe
Yeah,
kick.
yeah.
Yeah.
yes, axe kick, all the stuff. Especially when I fought against Spain, also a lot of side kick. Those are stuff that I didn't really had experience in, but
Right.
thanks I had that in Taekwondo, which made me able to adapt faster because I
Yeah.
had experience in Taekwondo.
So it
But
helped. Yeah.
kicking was our main concern. Punching, well, you gotta get punched. It's try hit and not get hit. That's all he just said to me. Just hit and don't get hit. But just be
Yeah.
careful with the legs because it's a lot faster, a lot more technique than in Asia. And I had to be careful. So I always had to try to keep my hands up, focus on the legs, make sure I don't get to your face. Those
Nice.
but I didn't want that.
Nice.
For sure.
Have you had much experience in Muay Thai then before? I mean, is it something that you've done seriously or just dabbled in or
I've never actually done Muay Thai.
wow?
Never. I've just stick to Taekwondo.
Yeah.
I did a bit of MMA. I've practiced a
Okay.
bit of MMA, so I've learned to use some elbows and knees, but I've never focused myself on Muay Thai because I don't really like the style, the stand still and it's not really my
Yeah,
style. I'm more like I like to move around,
yeah,
jump, use my footworks, and
yeah,
that's not really what we have in Muay Thai. So it wasn't really my go-to.
Mhm.
yeah. So you made a really good choice with the. I think tatami definitely suits you well with the way that you move around, and obviously with the Taekwondo background, I think tatami rules is perfect for you and
Yeah,
your style. Definitely,
definitely.
definitely.
There's a lot more space and area for me to use my footwork around compared to
Hmm.
ring where it's very tight and it's not much
Yeah,
for my style.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I was gonna ask, how did you like the rule set?
The rules that I personally, I'm loving it. The way that things are set out, it fits me perfectly. The way my fighting style and the way I like to move with the tatami rule set, it fits me. So I'm enjoying it. It's not complicated, I would say. It's just just the rules are easy to understand and easy for future, like hopefully the future community of Thailand to one day participate kickboxing.
Mhm.
brilliant.
Yeah,
I know it's a bit of a
exciting.
silly question. Sorry, Angelina. So I know it's a bit of a silly question because obviously the answer is going to be winning the gold medal. I know that. But do you have any memories or a favorite memory from the World Championships besides from that? Is there
Besides
anything else
winning.
that you thought, wow, that was a really cool moment, or wish I could go back and do that again? Is there a moment that sticks out in your mind?
I was gonna ask the same.
Yeah.
Well, I would say first of all, meeting people because the community is very, very friendly, very friendly. It's not something I expected. How friendly people are there, winning or losing, they didn't have no grudges and still managed to talk after the fight. So that's one thing I enjoy very much about my experience there compared to I don't want to say anything bad, but compared to my experience I had in Taekwondo, which is if I win, they talk bad. They don't want to, it's not really not very. The community wasn't was very different from WAKO World, where winning, losing, you still shake hand at the end of the fight, still talk. There's no bad blood and stuff like that. So I really really enjoyed that experience in
Yeah.
uh in Portugal.
Yeah, nice. I think the say I always think that's the best thing, about our sport and what we do is regardless of what goes on the tatamis or in the rings, it's the people that you meet along the way, that is always really special because even the fact that we're all communicating now, that I'm in England, you're in Thailand, Angelina, I'm not sure where you are right now. Where are
We're
you?
in Germany right now.
It's in Germany right now. I mean, that's crazy. It's international.
Yeah,
So it really
we
is.
still have this competition.
I think that's the best thing about our sport and what we do. It's truly incredible.
I agree. I very do.
I agree too. Yeah. Alex, what would you say, what are some of your future goals?
Well, right now, the main goal I have right now is I want to be able to participate in a World Cup championship and
Mhm.
coming home with one of the medals. Well, one medal could be any medal. Hopefully, of course, gold medal would be the best option. But participating in a World Championship is one of my main goals right now. But like I said,
Nice.
I'm not sure if I'll get a chance this year but I'll still keep training hard, being always ready to hopefully get a medal in a World Cup championships.
Is there a World Cup that you really want to go to? Is there one
Yes.
in particular?
Italy, I think there's one in Italy on
Italian,
March
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
Italian World
tourism.
Cup. There's Turkish World Cup, Hungarian, and this year for the first time there's also one in Uzbekistan. So
Oh,
yeah, so I think there's 4 World Cups this year, I believe. So it'd be awesome if you could do that, mate. And would you be looking to do light contact and kick light, or you just kick light?
well, I always want to do my best to try and get a gold medal in both divisions, both
Yeah,
contact, but that will depend on the team, on my coaches, on
yeah,
what they would decide. But
nice.
I I would personally I would like to be able to try to participate in both just to have best chance and also to be able to express my fighting style to the world.
Nice.
Mm,
And
that
point
was
fighting
nice.
is out the question. You're not gonna point
I'm
fight.
not yet, because I'm still working on it. It's very
Okay.
new to me. But I've been training with my teammates that Jimmy. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Yeah, he's staying right here actually.
Is he? How you doing, mate? Come and say hello. Hey, how you doing, mate? Good to see you.
I've been practicing with him, and hopefully when I feel ready and as confident as he is in point fighting, I would definitely try to give it a shot. It
Nice.
seems very fun
Yeah,
to.
it's addictive. It's fantastic for the irony is anything better than point fighting for building a sense of distance, timing, speed.
Mm.
Everything is all the core like values of fighting are all within point fighting. So it's a fantastic sport, but it is a totally different skill set. So if you haven't been training it, then it does take time. So
Yeah.
yeah. But we'd love to see you in there doing all three disciplines.
Hopefully, maybe next year if I feel confident enough, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it. Cool. And yeah, last thing then, because I think we're pretty much wrapped up. Is there anything you want to close on? Is there anything that anybody that you want to thank, or anything that you want to say just to the whole WAKO community, really?
Well, first off, I want to say a big thank you for WAKO World to has given Thailand a chance to participate in kickboxing WAKO World. It's a very big opportunity for fighters like us to have a chance to compete worldwide. And I want to say big thank you to my dad, because without him, I won't be here. He's been training me since day one, training me day one all the way till now, and we're still going strong. So I want to say big thank you to him. I won't be here without him. Thank you to the whole kickboxing community of Thailand that's given me big support to try to do my best to compete. So big thank you to that, and thank you to you guys for inviting me to this podcast, this show. It's a big honor, and I feel very. Oh, sorry, my English is not very good.
And thank you for joining
you.
us. It's been an honor.
Yeah,
And,
honestly, we have a history maker on the podcast, which is awesome. The first ever Thai WAKO World Champion. You'll go down in history forever. There'll never be another first WAKO World Champion from Thailand. That's you. So we're privileged to have you on, mate.
Definitely.
thank you.
Yeah, that's a good attitude. That's what I like to hear.
Just the
All
beginning.
right, well, guys, thank you very much. That's been another episode of WAKO Kickboxing Talks with myself, Alex, and Angelina. We'll see you guys soon.